Hey there and welcome back to Mass Effect 3. My name is Pete and today we complete part 2 of our Citadel DLC walkthrough, as always on Insanity difficulty, although for today's episode that won't matter too much. Now, last time we left off, after being forced on shore leave and after a lovely start in the sushi restaurant, things quickly took a turn for the worse. We were attacked by yet unknown mercenaries and had to stealth and shoot our way back to our squad. Eventually, we made it back to Anderson's apartment, where we have taken up residence for now, and where we are now ready to continue with the DLC's plotline. Liara, Glyph, and Staff Analyst Brooks have gathered some information, particularly on that weapon that we were able to grab last time, and since we have talked to everyone and interacted with everything in the apartment, let us now call a meeting to discuss what they have learned.
Shepard, I've found something. We can gather the team whenever you're ready. I've made some progress. Would you like me to call the meeting?
Do it.
We have a lead. I called in some favors to run a trace on the gun. It led me to a casino owner named Elijah Khan. He's been suspected of using his profits to smuggle weapons onto the Citadel. Immediately after the attempt on Shepard's life, Khan made an interesting call.
I'm cutting you off. I'm returning your down payment now. What's the problem? Turn on a vid screen. When I sell a gun, I don't want it showing up on the nightly news.
You won't be linked to me.
Save it. Our association is terminated. And if you even think of coming after me, I've got info on you ready for prime time. So you ponder that. Khan out.
So that's our identity thief.
Looks like he's got an ID disguiser. Those things are a pain in the ass to get around.
Did you get anything on the mercenaries who attacked us?
They're a private military corporation called Cat-6. As most of you know, Cat-6 is an Alliance nickname for dishonorable discharges. Many have criminal records, histories of steroid abuse, and other charming features. No doubt hired by the thief, not by Khan.
That phone call was pretty damning stuff. How'd you get it?
It involved the weapon's biometric data, Solarian intelligence, and a Hanar prostitute with camera implants.
Seriously?
No, but the truth is boring.
Right, time for morality points, and while we should likely be wary of Elijah Khan, we might still be able to turn him around to our side, or at the very least use his information, so let's grab 2 Paragon points here.
Khan didn't sound friendly to whoever that voice was. Maybe he'd pass on that info to us.
That would take some extremely smooth talking. If he sees you, he'll probably assume you're looking for revenge. The casino has a panic room. Chances are he'll have gone to ground there. EDI can give us programs to hack the door, but the cameras and guards complicate things.
Yeah. Khan could disappear, or worse. If his guards ever open fire, normal people could get hit. Like I did.
She's right. We can't risk spooking him. We go in quiet. Small team. No gunplay.
Dr. Tassoni, this evening the casino will be hosting a charity event to assist war refugees.
Purchase some tickets, Glyph. Then call up a layout of the building.
Score! So, how close can you get? You don't usually put a back door in a panic room.
This air shaft bypasses the security gate and ends up in storage. From there, the panic room's door camera can be disabled.
Still, we're talking about a casino. There's gotta be alarms in that shaft.
I believe I have some countermeasures that may help. I'll know more once we're inside.
Who will go in the shaft? They need to be small in size.
Yeah, that's not me. Too many snacks of roast Varren leg.
I suspect my suit's built-in tech would be picked up by security sensors.
My presence in the casino would arouse suspicion. Mechs are not allowed, since they can have cheating software.
What you need is somebody trained in zero emissions tech. No electronics, no metal, just undetectable polymers. We had a course back at Op-Int, disabling a bomb with these little tweezers. See, the bomb was filled with shaving cream.
All right. You're in.
What? No! What?
You said it yourself. We've all got too much tech.
But I managed to get shot just coming to talk to you. Now I'm supposed to hack my way into a safe room?
And, well, Brooks seems to have some confidence issues, and we are, after all, not sending her out alone anyway, so for 2 more Paragon points, we can now reassure her that we have her back.
We'll be backing you up. The second you hit something you can't handle, we'll cover you.
If that's settled, it looks like there's one last hurdle to get us inside.
Which is?
Black tie required.
Right, so looks like we have a choice to make. Brooks is non-negotiable as squad mate number 1 and Edie cannot come, leaving us with 7 squad members to choose from, including Wrex. Now, in my opinion, the opening scene that comes next is honestly fantastic for any one of them. It does contain some extra flavor though if you bring a love interest, so we will take Tali, and I will add the other 6 scenes at the end of the video just as a bonus.
You're looking good.
Feels a little light without body armor, but it's soft to touch.
Good to know.
How are you so calm? Well, you did run under a Reaper while it fought a Thresher Maw, so this is no big deal for you.
Relax, Brooks.
Right. Okay. On it. I'll get to the ventilation shaft. Wish me luck.
Liara, you have any input?
I'm here, Shepard. Edie and I will keep in contact in case we're needed. Khan has a lot of surveillance set up. I'd mingle with the guests if you want to look normal.
Okay, Tali. Time to meet the riffraff.
And yes, indeed, for now our objective is simple. We just need to mingle among the guests, and of course we're doing so completionist style, so we're going to talk to all of them.
No, I'm not running for Citadel Council. I'm running for Zakera Ward City Council.
Elspeth Moraine here is the first of a grand total of 11 people that we can talk to. All of them have 3 short conversations for us to engage in, so let's begin and mark the first one off of our list.
Hi, Elspeth Moraine. I'm running for Zakera Ward City Council. Are you a citizen here?
I've had bad experiences with politicians.
Who hasn't? That's why I'm running. I got sick of leaders with ties to terra firma or Cerberus or worse.
Oh?
The ward needs refugee facilities. It needs security, it needs jobs, it needs everything. And hopefully, with a friend like Elijah Khan backing me, I can make it happen.
What's your connection to Khan exactly?
He's a campaign contributor.
Uh-huh. You may want to do a background check on him.
He's dirty?
Like you can't imagine.
Oh, not again.
Commander, I'm upstairs by the grate leading to the shaft, but there's a problem. Can you meet me?
Right, we have completed only 2 conversations here, and already Brooks has made some progress. Before we head upstairs to help her though, let's complete this 3rd and final conversation here too.
I can't believe this. I just got done returning donations from some Terminus pirate woman.
Was her name Arya?
Yeah, and before that it was an Asari Spectre, Tella something, and before that there was this Krogan. Do I have a sign on my back saying exploit me?
Well, you don't exactly come across as formidable.
But I'm trying to fix it. I practice glares in the mirror every night.
Good luck, Ms. Moraine.
Right, and with that, our first conversation target has been exhausted. On the way to the stairs, we are also passing by the bar, where we can have another quick chat.
What are you having?
Nothing too crazy. I want to be able to walk a straight line.
Thessian Temple coming up.
Are Asari drinks usually mild?
Not all of them. Mr. Khan had us put out some gelatin shots earlier. Also Asari. They kick like a shotgun.
We'll take care of the 2nd and 3rd bartender conversations upstairs. For now, we can also talk to the guard.
Evening, officer.
Sir?
And then we can finally meet Brooks.
Commander? I'm upstairs.
And indeed she is, right around the corner to the left here.
Okay, right. Just like we thought. There's an alarm on the grate.
We'll have to bypass it.
Dr. Tassoni gave me this to pass to you. It's a resonance emitter lens. It should let you see security grids and wiring.
Good. I'll follow the wiring to a junction box, splice it, and disable the alarm.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
The lens is working.
Good. Follow the blue wiring. In case it needs to be said, don't try to bypass a camera while you're being watched.
Okay, now at this point our part in the mission becomes a bit more involved. However, this is shore leave after all, so before we disable the alarm, let's mingle a bit more. First by doing some dancing, and then by engaging our next target for a conversation.
You know, I respect the first guy who looked up at Saturn and said, "That thing up there, it isn't a star." But you gotta love the guy who said, "That thing up there, that's gonna be my gas station."
Enjoying the party?
Young people party. I drink. Tonight it's Rincall on the rocks.
That stuff can put you down for the count.
I just lost a staggering amount of income. This puts things in perspective.
You need a few credits for a ride home or anything?
Oh no, it's not like that. You know about all those Helium-3 facilities that are getting wiped out?
I've flown by a few.
Well, to put it in layman's terms, most of those facilities were mine. I don't think I introduced myself. Jonah Ashland of Eldfell Ashland Energy?
Shepard. Pretty fancy night out for someone worried about his financial future.
It was my daughter Aisha's idea. She's got a good heart, though she's going through a little self-absorbed stage.
You make it sound like she's trouble.
My love for her is unlimited. She just gives me a lot of opportunities to prove it. But I'm pretty sure she can change. You don't bet against something like that. Not even here. Look at them all down there. 20 years ago, you'd have never seen a shindig like this. Humans and Turians together like it's nothing. Council species all concerned about the fate of Batarians. Everybody trying to have sex with the Asari.
That's not new.
Just seeing if you were awake.
So, all these species in one room?
Yes. Nobody's afraid of each other anymore. If we win this thing, the galaxy's going to be a pretty great place.
I'll drink to that.
Right, that's 2 of 11 down. Let us now check in with the bartender, who has the same lines as the one below.
Drinks are complimentary tonight, sir. Evening.
What's popular tonight?
Well, some adventurous souls are trying the mindfish. It's what Hanar like to do instead of alcohol.
Huh. I guess since they're mostly water, the dehydration would be bad.
Right. So there's this fish with hallucinogenic skin oil. Gets Hanar buzzed right up.
What happens if humans eat it?
Way more potent. And it releases into our system slowly. Best to clear your schedule for the entire weekend. What can I do for you?
I'm curious. What's the craziest thing you've ever served up?
Well, there's the Barak. That's a Krogan drink you set on fire, put out, then drink from the scalding hot cup. Well, there's the Weeping Heart. That's a martini with Drell skin venom. The venom's pretty mild, though. Oh, wait. A Volus Bina. The alcohol puts you on the floor, and the ammonia lets you clean up the mess you made. If you live.
And now there is only one thing left to do upstairs, and that would be disabling the alarm.
I see a junction in the wall, but there's a camera watching it.
Shepard, I'm sending a hack to your Omni tool. It will fool the camera, but it'll self-delete after a few seconds.
Got it.
Right, so we have just unlocked the ability to disable cameras for a few seconds, and that is what we need to do to keep our security threat in the lower right corner clear. If that changes to watched and we're doing something suspicious, then the guards will be alarmed, so disabling the camera here is necessary before we can bypass the alarm.
The splice is in.
Good. I've got the grate open, and in we go. Act casual. This could take a while.
So let's go back to Mingling, which we can do with a rather interesting personality just down the stairs.
I heard your advice is so good it's psychic. So what's gonna happen to me in the next few minutes?
Disappointment.
Oh. Hey.
Commander Shepard.
Shaira. It's been a long time.
My idea of a long time is different than yours, Commander.
What can I say? I put a lot of living into the last few years.
Indeed.
Do you have any advice for me this time?
When? Commander, have a drink.
I think I once heard a rumor that you were leaving the Citadel.
I did leave. Some so-called journalists made up stories about me. Because of their venom, I retired to a little colony in the Salian Nebula.
Why come back?
Because I knew people here, and they needed comforting. And because one does not flee the heart of the galaxy in desperate times. Not because of some scoundrel with a video camera. Why, Commander, you keep coming over. What is a lady to think?
I was wondering, how does someone become a consort?
By understanding the minds around you. By displaying compassion in every direction. And then trying just a little harder, and just a little longer, than anyone who is not a consort can possibly imagine. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a potential client to attend to.
Right, that was Shaira, who you might remember from Mass Effect 1. I will leave a link to a video featuring her on screen. For now though, we can employ more camera shenanigans to help ourselves to some credits.
Commander. What?
There's a guard right below me.
Don't panic. I'll get his attention.
Right, so what we just did was hacking an ATM, earning us 3,000 credits and 2 renegade points. Brooks also needs our help again, but before we distract the guard, let's talk to the lawyer over here.
No, seriously, have you ever tried to chase an ambulance? In a sky car, it's about the most dangerous thing you can do. I'll call you back, potential client here.
Enjoying the party?
Like adrenaline in my heart. They're gonna have a fire breather on the bar later and shoot fireworks above the ward.
Would fireworks even burn in a vacuum?
It worked at New Year's. Whatever they did, it looked freaking nuclear.
So are you Khan's lawyer?
I represented the casino once. Brutality suit.
What's Khan like?
Intense. Scares the hell out of his staff. But every now and then, he does some charity, like this.
Does that make up for it?
If what I hear about him is true, not remotely.
You ever think about working for someone a little more above board?
Like who?
The council is going to need lawyers like everyone else.
You think I should defend the Citadel Council if they get sued?
Who said anything about defense?
Okay, so by comparison, 3 fairly short conversations with her. Right behind her then, we can find some Quasar terminals, a Mass Effect game that I have actually also made a short guide video about, but ultimately it is just blackjack with a few modifications. Either way, for the sake of full completion, we'll ignore Brooks for a little while longer and play a game. We'll bet the minimum of 250 credits, and then with our first number being a 4, we want to add 1 to 8. Our second number is an 11, which means we want to add 1 to 8 again. We only get a 1, which means we're up to 12, so it's 1 to 8 once more. And then we land at 16, which is about the worst that can happen, as we now have a 50-50 chance of winning at least something or losing it all. And unfortunately, we go above 20 and lose it all, but don't worry, we have ways of getting at least some of that money back, as there is another ATM placed on the other side of the stairs that we came in from, and the process here is the exact same as before. First, we want to make sure the camera doesn't detect us, then we want to shut it down, and then we can once again help ourselves to 3,000 credits and 2 renegade points. And while we're here, let us also quickly complete one more conversation before we then help out Brooks.
Why, hello, love. Isn't the turnout amazing? I wasn't sure anyone would show up.
We pull together when we have to.
I feel so bad for the humans. If you need a place to stay or anything, you just let me know.
I have a place to stay now, but thanks.
So you had nothing before that? Oh, how brave of you to endure, dear.
The humans are so resilient. Like that phrase of theirs, stiff one in the lips?
Stiff upper lip.
Right, of course. What did I say? Hello again. Celiana Aranos, by the way, and this is Lihanna Parit. We're friends of Mr. Khan.
Hi.
Lee here encouraged him to have a charity night. She just about melted his heart.
Mr. Khan doesn't melt, but I did show him it earned some good press.
I need to try that roulette table again. There's a snotty human girl I need to show up.
So, by the time the night is done, you'll have bought breakfast for every Batarian on the station.
Hopefully running water instead. Have you visited their camp? The place is fragrant.
Well, we can stop worrying about outdoing the human girl.
Right, and with that, I think it's finally time that we help out Brooks.
It's for a good cause. For every 1,000 you lose, that's a roof over the head of some poor human, or Borgia or whatever.
I'm all for that, but if I'm not trying to win, where's the challenge?
In taking the house, dear. Like I always say, each must try to gain as much as she can, then give as much as she can.
Commander, the guard's still there at the base of the stairs.
And yes, a couple more lines here, we just had to get those. Now though, I think it's high time that we distract the guard and help Brooks continue with her mission.
Excuse me. I think I saw someone doing drugs in the men's room.
I see. Were you able to identify the substance used?
Red sand.
Dispatch, we've got a sand tripper in the bathrooms.
Have they tried to compromise the games bionically?
Unknown at this time. Moving to confront. Send backup. We're taking care of it, sir. Appreciate the help. You have a good night now.
You're clear, Brooks.
Thanks, Commander. I'll see if I can get to the panic room.
And I'll get back to blending in. Slow and steady. We'll get to Khan.
And indeed we will, but for now it's time to mingle a bit more. Thankfully, our next targets are right in front of us.
So, to sum up, tomorrow starts with the Help a Dream Foundation, then it's blood drive, refugee camp, and hospital tour.
Sounds like you turned pro.
I try.
Ms. Rios believes we have an obligation to the less fortunate.
Of course. So how are you liking the party so far?
There's a party?
Rios. I feel like I should know that name.
I did a little acting, then in the 70s during the Blitz, I was named Goodwill Ambassador for Refugees.
So I guess this kind of thing doesn't really impress you?
Me? No. For the people who can get clothes because you bought a ticket? Much different story.
Ms. Rios, it's getting late, and you have a full schedule ahead.
Don't handle me, Noah. If I reach one more person before we leave, that's a family of 4 who can eat tomorrow.
Reach how?
The price of admission isn't the only help to give. If you drop some credits at the games, it goes straight to refugees.
Have I told you today that you're beautiful, Ms. Rios?
Yes, Noah. And I presume you mean on the inside.
Right, and at this point we can head over to one of the more active areas of the party. Up first, we have Varren Racing.
Attention, bets are locked. Attention, all bets are locked. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on, Tiger Bite, bring it home!
You got a lot riding on him?
He's my boy. Picked him up at his shelter. Whoever let him go had no eye for racers. He can outrun anything he can't outfight, and outfight anything he can't outrun.
What are the odds on it?
Enough to pay for my kids' tuition.
Talk to me, Brooks.
I've got a pressure pad and an obstruction detector ahead. I can't disable them from here.
Okay, Edie, I need a tech solution. Brooks, stay put. We'll find some junctions and take down the sensors.
Okay.
Okay, and with that we have another update from Brooks and we'll take care of her shortly. Let us first complete this guy's conversation though, which takes us 2 more quick chats.
So these hollows aren't just hollows, right? Real Varren are racing somewhere.
Oh yeah. They set up a trap. Our pups eat. They bark. They need cleaning up.
What's a pro racer eat?
A special diet based on what they'd get in the wild, minus the radioactive crap.
So what? Raw Krogan leg?
Oh man, my dogs would love that. Kind of illegal though.
Are there a lot of fights in Varren races?
Only if something goes wrong. But I don't call my boy Tiger Bite for nothing. They throat each other. You know, they grab and hold for dominance, but they don't actually break the skin.
Sounds like quite a trick.
Yeah, if I had teeth like that, I'd poke somebody's eye out. Evolution's a pretty amazing thing.
Now, at this point, it wouldn't be a completionist playthrough if we didn't also play a round of Varren Racing. The mechanics here, however, are incredibly straightforward. We simply need to pick the Varren that we want to bet on.
Get your bets in. 5 minutes, people.
You can see the odds at the top here, and I think we'll go with the not-so-risky 2-1.
Follow your quickest, meanest Varren on our live virtual feed.
And we'll bet the minimum. After all, we're doing this just for fun.
Last call, people. Get your bets in. A blistering start. Bosley wins.
Right, and we lose again, as our racer here unfortunately finishes dead last.
Get your bets in. 5.
And at this point, I think we can also finally start helping out Brooks again.
I'm at a junction. There's a camera and a guard.
I'll just be here, trying not to cough.
Right, so this time, in addition to a camera, we also have a guard watching us.
Just give the signal and I'll distract him.
And yes, this is where our squad member Tali comes into play, as anyone we can bring on this mission can distract the guards in their very own way.
I think some of my suit's software is setting off alarms at the tables.
That sometimes happens with our Volus and Quarian guests. Let me see what I can do.
Guard distracted, camera disabled, let's bypass the alarm.
Brooks, try it now.
Checking the pressure pad.
alarms. Looks good. Just let me know when that other sensor is down.
So, one sensor down, one more to go.
Follow the red wiring.
And indeed, that sensor is over on the other side of the casino. We can find some roulette tables over here, and of course, also some people playing them.
Round and round and round she goes.
What's that supposed to mean? Is that like code for how wasted I am?
No, ma'am. We just call the wheel she.
That's sexism. Wait, I mean objectivism. That's sexism for inanimate things. I love roulette. Every minute is more exciting than the next.
Should I point out the flaw in that statement?
Oh, are you like one of those detail people? Come on, even diamonds have flaws, but that doesn't make them less valuable.
Miss, where exactly were you educated?
Oh, online. You can take these courses and it teaches you responsibility because you do the grading. You, tough guy? Perfect. I need an opinion on something from a B-lister or below. Houses with retractable roofs. Still in or too common?
Your house has a retractable roof?
Only the one on the Citadel. I gotta take care of it since the one on Earth got all Reaper-fied.
Instead of remodeling, maybe you could invite a few refugees to come stay.
Oh, I am totally on that. But finding the right one is hard, you know? So many of them don't have agents. Can't stay away, can you?
What can I say? I'm a masochist.
Oh, no kidding! I'm a Scorpio! We'll get along great.
Yeah, so she is definitely not the sharpest tool in the shed. She is, by the way, the aforementioned daughter of Jonah Ashland we met upstairs, and I think you can see why she's causing him a bit of trouble. Either way, we are now going to play our third and final casino game, a good old-fashioned round of roulette. The rules then nothing special, I think. We can bet on single numbers, on a range of numbers, and on colors, up to 1,500 credits per go. Single numbers are of course the most risky, ranges and colors less so I would say just for the fun of it, let's place 500 credits on red, and while we could do this 2 more times, let's leave it at that and spin the wheel. Alright, there we go. It is indeed a red color, and that means we finally win something. And of course, we are not just receiving our winnings of 450 credits here, we are also getting back our initial bet of 500. Either way, time to move on with our actual mission.
There's a junction by the roulette wheels, but it's in plain view of 2 guards.
But you can do something, right? Because my legs are maybe sort of starting to fall asleep a little.
Hang in there. We've got this.
And once again, Tali is standing by ready to distract.
Just give the signal and I'll distract him.
Now this time around we don't actually have any cameras at all, instead we are being watched by 2 guards, and to make matters a bit more interesting, one of them is actively patrolling. So these bypassing minigames are becoming increasingly difficult. This one however still comparatively easy if you realize that the stationary guard on the left is always watching you, so that's the one that Tali will have to distract, ideally in the exact same moment that the other guard turns his attention away from us.
I was told there was Varren Racing here, but I'm having trouble finding it.
It's easy to get turned around. Let me help.
I'm at the storage room, great. Time to hit the lock.
Be careful, Brooks. Brooks?
Oh, son of a... Hey, Commander.
What? What happened?
Infrared laser hooked up to a silent alarm. I didn't get it in time. Shepard, I'll call the responding guard to say it was a false alarm, but you must stall him before he reaches Brooks.
Alright, and once again, stalling that guard is actually fairly simple. The game even points out his exact location for us, and we have enough time to casually stroll over there and intercept him.
Hey! Just calm down. I'm trying to do 3 different things here. Barrows?
Sir, we checked out the alarm in storage. It's nothing. Minor accident.
Find out who tripped it and get them in my office by end of shift. Now you. What'd you need?
I'm sorry, are you with security? I thought you were a friend of mine. You've got the same suit.
You... Enjoy your evening.
You're clear, Brooks.
Thanks, Commander. I'll see if I can get to the panic room.
And I'll get back to blending in. Slow and steady. We'll get to Khan.
And just like that, we are down to the final 2 mingling opportunities, and as you may have noticed, we are also inching closer and closer towards Khan's safe room.
Interesting. You're not mingling and you're not betting. What's your game?
The name's Roland Quarn.
The game, Commander Shepard, is hearts and minds.
Care to elaborate?
Most people in this casino are here for a good cause. Others are just here to be seen. Phonies, if you will. They have money they won't miss. Others, who are not myself, need it. So the honorable thing to do is part them from this money.
So you're a con man?
Con men leave their marks angry. Con artists leave them smiling.
I'm debating whether I should report you to security.
Oh, I like a good debate.
Would you be so smug if I got you thrown out of here?
Possibly. I'd like to see you explain my wicked motives right after you explain why you have a radio in your ear.
Well, since I don't see you turning me in either, I gather you're no friend of Khan's.
Khan doesn't have friends. Anyone who says otherwise is deluding themselves.
So is Khan part of your game tonight?
No, I simply No. What do humans call it? I fleece his guests.
Then there's no harm in telling me what his weaknesses are.
I've studied him. He's ruthless and rich, but not very bright. Temperamental. Doesn't deal well with the unexpected. He's also used to letting other people handle things he doesn't understand, like his security.
That's quite an assessment. Do I owe you anything?
No. We do what we do because they're wrongs that need righting. The wrongs I address are simply pettier than yours.
Then I guess we know where we stand, Mr. Quarn.
Enjoy the evening, Commander.
Right, and with that we are now entering an area where security is tightly packed. For the time being though, with Brooks quiet on the comms, we can just participate in more innocent mingling.
The thing about Solarian parties is, they all do it too well.
I don't follow.
My lab group on Sirkesh, all Solarians but me, and all with damn near perfect memories.
Oh, that could get awkward.
Exactly. It was all about who burnt the cake 6 months ago, or arguments that two people continue when they meet up once a year.
So they never let anything go?
Yeah, it was constant one-upmanship. I couldn't keep pace with them if I wanted to.
So you don't miss Sirkesh at all?
Not the humidity and not the lack of privacy. But the science was like nowhere else.
What did you work on?
What didn't we? Food scanners for the paranoid, chemical bonders, self-cleaning mating pools.
Learned a lot, huh?
For the mating pools, way more than I wanted to know. Hey again. Back for more tales out of school?
Sure.
Andrew was just saying the Solarians came up with satellites that eat orbiting debris. So their space isn't all cluttered like ours.
Nice trick. What won't they think of next?
Hair extensions, I imagine.
Right, and with that, our tour through the casino is done. The only thing we are still missing at this point is the go-ahead from Brooks.
I can't get the security gate to open from here. The junction must be on your side. It might be tricky, just so you know.
Have a little faith.
Alright, and thankfully we are already in position, ready to tackle the final challenge.
Just give the signal and I'll distract him.
Now this time we have 2 guards and 2 cameras, so timing is everything, and even then we still need to be fairly quick with the bypasses. To achieve that, we want to position ourselves right underneath the first camera here, and then we want to wait until the patrolling guard is just turning away from us.
Hi, I was just by the quasar machines, and I thought I saw someone using an Omni tool to rig the game.
Thanks for letting us know. Could you point out where? You have a good night now.
Khan, I'm not here to threaten you. We need to talk.
What the hell?
Well, this is inconvenient.
Commander, there's a deletion order on the terminal.
Damn it.
Everything's been wiped. I don't know if it was him or the killer or... when I tripped that alarm, did I screw this up? What are you looking for?
Mistakes. Thought so. Whoever it was had to do this fast. They wiped the terminal, but not the comm.
Oh, so we can take the comm back to the safe house to scan it, or...
Elijah, come crawling back.
Guess again.
You. I see you've recovered from flopping on the floor like a fish.
Right, so not exactly the result we had hoped for. Still, at least we can grab ourselves 2 more Paragon points, although at this point the conversation is nothing more than advanced trash talking.
You'll need to do better than that. The last guy that trash talked me was a few kilometers taller than you.
Brave. I thought as much, but it won't matter. You have nothing. All you can do is wait for the hammer to fall.
2 more Paragon points can then be obtained for asking what they want, and who knows, maybe we learn something useful. At the moment, all of this is indeed very mysterious.
Why do this? What did I do to you?
I'm gonna take everything you have and everything you are.
Damn it! Sorry, Commander. There wasn't enough time to trace the call.
We're not finished. Pull out the data drives.
The ones that got wiped? You think we can find something?
With Edie, anything's possible. The sooner we get them to her, the sooner we can track down this threat.
That was quite the party. Well, except for the murder at the end.
It wasn't a total loss. Brooks, work with Edie to see if there's anything useful on those drives.
Here's hoping. I'll let you know what we find, Commander.
Alright, and with the High Society achievement unlocked, we are back inside of our apartment. Once again, we have a chance to talk to our crew before advancing the plot further, and of course we want to do so. They are all in the same spots as they were before.
Damn, Commander. You can't even attend a party without someone ending up dead. Now, if I can just find some chow around here, you'd think a pad like this would be stocked.
Oh, and by the way, this time around they all only have 1 line of dialogue.
I could go for some food while we wait. Too bad you shot the hell out of the best sushi place in the Citadel, huh?
And yes, I think our squad would like to get to the actual shore leave part soon.
It's not every day a Quarian gets to mingle with the rich and famous.
It seemed like you were having fun causing distractions.
Whatever it takes to get you to bring me somewhere nice.
Did I ever tell you about my casino run-in with the Vorcha Mafia? 5,000 credits and a bottle of whiskey? Actually, never mind.
Oh, and I misspoke earlier. Actually, Edie and Liara have changed places.
I hear it was quite the party, even if things didn't go exactly as planned. At least you didn't come away empty-handed.
Greetings, Commander. The casino will be hosting another gala in a few months. Shall I arrange for tickets?
Once was enough.
And yeah, I don't think we will be attending any parties anytime soon, unless of course we host them ourselves.
Any life or death encounters with fish aquariums this time? No? Too bad. I can hear Vega's stomach grumbling from here.
And again, it looks like our squad is getting a bit more restless.
What's the matter, Shepard? Didn't want me as your date? Too much Krogan for you to handle? A lot of people have that problem. Most of them are dead.
Commander, instead of infiltrating the casino using a disguise, it would have been better to hold all the primitives hostage, threaten them with death, and shoot them until they gave you what you wanted. Next time, I will gladly assist.
And just like that, we can head downstairs for the final lines of dialogue from Edie and Cortez.
I think we've got something, Commander.
Sounds like the mission ended with a hiccup. Well, I'm just glad our team made it back okay.
And now, let's wrap things up with Edie.
I am glad to see my physical proximity was not necessary to the success of the mission, Shepard.
Let's see what you find before we call it a win.
Alright, and there we are. Talking to Brooks would now continue the game's plot, and since that kicks off another rather lengthy mission, we want to hold off on that until next time. So today's episode remains a non-combat conversation-heavy one. I hope you don't mind, and I promise next time things will be different. Now, to wrap things up here today, I promised you the casino entrances of all available squad members, just as a bonus. So in the spirit of true completion, that is how we will finish things today, and then we will continue right where we left off next time. Until then, I hope you enjoyed the video and will now enjoy the squad-mate entrances, and if you did, then I would be very happy if you could leave a thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing and want to support me and my channel further, then you can of course go ahead and subscribe to stay up to date, grab some merch over on shop.petecomplete.com, or check out and maybe even pledge to the Pete Complete Patreon. Thank you all for watching, enjoy the show, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.
Looking good, Shepard.
And you? Those your dress blues?
Yes. The downside of a militaristic culture. Humans have us beat in variety of formal wear.
How are you so calm? Well, you did run under a Reaper while it fought a Thresher Maw, so this is no big deal for you.
Relax, Brooks.
Right. Okay. On it.
Whew. Looking good, Commander.
It was this or dress blues. Service medals seemed inappropriate.
Madam, who would you like to take your arm?
Well, wow. A spectre on each arm. You know, if someone could just get our picture so I have proof this happened.
Brooks.
Right.
Why, Shepard, formal wear suits you.
If anyone looks at this group tonight, I don't think it's me they'll be lingering on.
Well, hopefully you mean her. Ideally, nobody lingers on me at all.
Your ceremonial outfit could use some armor.
Mine fits the dress code. I still think we should have gotten you an old-school tuxedo.
It will be of no use. If people know what I am, the clothes will not matter.
I was mostly thinking of the entertainment value.
Okay, they'll be looking at the Prothean and not me. That's good. That's the point. Okay.
Looking fine, Commander.
You clean up nicely, James.
It was a high collar or lay on some girl's makeup. I like collars.
You could still kick it up, though. You know, accessorize a little.
Oh, yeah? Like how? That'll work.
I look ridiculous.
Think of it like camouflage. You don't want to scare the prey.
Then we need to find bigger prey.
Okay, this is good. Everyone looks at the Krogan. Nobody looks at me.